Hey guys, it's Mike the Wrestling Godsmith, and you guys are watching All Wrestling, the premier wrestling YouTube that focuses on NXT, AEW, and many more. So, guys, like I said, this video tonight is going to be because I just got through watching NXT and AEW. I got a lot to talk about, so let's just get right into it. And you know what? As I'm talking about the NXT side first, then AEW. You know what? NXT was really good tonight. It was really good because you know what? I'm gonna talk about like Io Shirai. I don't really. I know I say this a lot, but like I like the fact that her band that basically did her song, she like her heel persona is just ridiculous, and it wasn't like a typical match. I like the Io Shirai and Candice LeRae thing because like you know what, that rivalry is coming. That rivalry is coming back, and you know what. I gotta give props to NXT interweaving everybody's storyline because before I thought, you know what, the women are not really getting it, but they're getting everything they deserve. You know what? Tegan Knox, Oscar and Kyrie Sane coming back to defend the titles against them. And you know what? And Rhea coming out and doing it like Rhea coming out and really just kind of messing like with Bianca Belair. Like Rhea coming out and messing with Io. Io wants it's like I said like with my prediction. Io wants a title shot. Everybody wants a title shot now. See, yo, and the funny thing is, which I'm actually happy about, is that they're actually because everything's actually coming out good. And I do want to. I'm gonna talk about Finn Balor. And you know what? I do got something to say about that promo thing. The promo he did because he went like Finn. I've never seen him like this, and I'm actually kind of like the way he kind of portrayed the main roster in Raw and SmackDown as like Hollywood, and NXT is broad like it is like Broadway because it's basically showing his true self. And the funny thing is him being a heel, like the way he said like yo, everybody in the locker room's a fan. They should be, you know, I don't watch NXT, they watch me. And I like how he portrayed it. And he was saying, I want to fight Johnny Gargano. That means he wants to have a fight with Johnny Gargano because Johnny Gargano is the heart and soul of NXT. And I think he's trying to show that to NXT that he is the heart, but I'm the demon. I'm the demon of NXT. I'm going to be that guy. But to me, like, this is what I mean too. Like, with everybody kind of playing their own roles at the Undisputed Era, with Tommaso Ciampa, like, everybody's kind of playing their roles now. And before, we really wouldn't get that, but people are playing their roles now to a point that everybody's actually getting it. See, now that the survivors are gone, they really don't got to defend their titles. There's really kind of like there's nobody to defend them against. And here's the thing I'm thinking about, right? Here's the thing I'm thinking about because a lot of times people they don't people don't express a lot of things, and I'm actually like NXT today was really good. Like the fact that Finn basically made his promo, but it wasn't like oh I'm here to just destroy the no. He literally said I will put you back in the hospital, Johnny Gargano, if you want to be put back in the hospital. That's the funny thing. Like he literally just went off and just went off on a tangent. I've never seen him do that. And usually like Finn makes a lot of promos, but like that's the thing. Like him being the way he is and going to Raw and him being in the roster, him being the beast that he is, like you don't really get to see that now. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. And like now that everybody like with the women's division, everybody wants a title shot. Like Mia Yim might be coming back too because I saw her. Like yo, she's coming back. That means more people are gonna go after Shayna than she even realized. Like she's got a target on her back. She's got a target on her back, and I believe a lot of times, and like I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna talk about AEW too because this is the AEW and an NXT review. So, like I said, let me get right to that too. Like I said, NXT was good, and I'll explain more as going through the video as you guys watch it. Like I said, AEW was good, guys, because I saw a lot, and you know what? I'm starting to realize how deep the rivalry between the Inner Circle and Cody and like basically Cody and Jericho are going, and Kenny and the Young Bucks are in it. Because I'm starting to see how deep it's starting to go. Because you know what, Kenny, well, basically Cody being in the limo and talking to Tony Schiavone and him having that, like he didn't make a promo, which I'm glad he didn't do a promo segment. But the thing was that he was talking about like Chris is like I've been like in the ring with I've been sharing a locker room with Chris for like 10 years. And the thing is, like with Chris Jericho, him reaching that pinnacle of AEW where he's a champion, where he's a badass, where he's this and the third, and he created his own, like he's taking his own group of proteges, which is fine. But to a point, and I don't see the point really like him being the bottom, like him being the bottom, like him being the guy that he is. It's not like it's a bad situation. It's just him really learning what to do, and then really kind of like he's got to go do this and got to go do that, and got to go do everything. And because he's a blunt, he's an agent. He does what he does. He does what he says. That's the thing. He's just doing what he's got to do. Because, like I said, it's because the fact that Jericho champion, Jericho's reached his pinnacle, and now that he thinks he's when he reached the pinnacle, he thinks he's better than everybody, which I get. And Sammy Guevara, like I don't hate him. I just don't like his persona. Because whatever he's always trying to be like, he's really trying to be the messed up guy. And Jake Hager really messing with Goldust and fighting him, breaking, putting his head through, like basically messing with, like throwing him into the car and making a dent and breaking his arm. That was a little uncalled for. It was because to me, I don't really think like I really don't think like they don't know what they want to do. Like I don't know what is his purpose. Like is he the muscle? Is he the enforcer? What is he? Because Santana Ortigas are crazy. Because them dudes are freaking psycho. They beat up the freaking Rock and Roll Express. I don't know why would you do that. Because they're awesome. They're like the longest running tag team champions in the world. You know what I mean? Like I don't see a lot of hatred to it. But here's my problem, right? Like here's my problem, like with AEW, and I noticed it like when I was watching it tonight, in the last couple of months. I just feel like you know what, the storyline until full gear is that the freaking inner circle is gonna mess up so like messing with people's shit, where it's like really he's messing with everyone. And I kind of feel like they're really not really thinking about the women's division as much because it's like, what are they really doing with the Rio? Because I mean, like Rio, I haven't seen her since she won, like since she had a match with Baker, and I just feel like Brandy trying to get into it. Her and Awesome Kong got some freaking alliance going around, which I don't know what Awesome Kong is doing because I feel like she's just there to kind of take everything, but it's not really gonna make a difference. And to me, she's kind of really just like she's like Randy's gonna get involved at some point, or she's gonna do something, or she's gonna like make something where she becomes a woman's like they're gonna be women's tag belts or some craziness. Because there is, and I kind of want to see the Lucha Brothers kind of do a couple of things. I kind of want to see Moxley and Kenny, like and John Moxley. I do want to see Moxley a little bit, but Pac, I want to see why he wants to get a title too. I kind of want to see it too, and that's the thing too, because the inner circle's kind of messing up everybody's shit. That's how I really feel about them because they're not like their goal isn't like bro. Like they haven't like Jericho's only gonna let them become they're only gonna be champions because Jericho's gonna like lead them around. And I kind of feel like with his persona being the champion, it makes him feel like a really entitled douchebag. It makes him feel like a douchebag. I'm sorry because it just makes him feel like a really entitled, like like a really entitled douchebag because like the way he kind of came out, like even when he came out and he made his promo and he wanted to joke around with Cody was one to punch it, like Cody was gonna punch his lights out because Jericho, like, and that's the thing about Chris Jericho that like I kind of hated with him when he was in the WWE because he was always trying to be better than what he was. And that was the thing, like, dude, you reached the pinnacle. Just stop. Let everybody else win the belt, or at least let everybody else try to win, and don't suck up all the air. because I feel like he's becoming like as a like week after week with this dude. Every time you see his group or like his group of cronies, they're always causing some problems with people, like for no apparent reason. Because they think that Cody's not gonna be like they really don't think that Cody's gonna beat him. And if Cody beats him and becomes the champion, Cody's gonna beat him, and Jericho gonna be like, "Oh, that's not fair, Cody. I want my title shot. Or I want my my rematch." And this dude was literally, and I don't hate, I really don't hate Chris Jericho, but he's always every time in AEW, and I feel like this is a pattern. I feel like that he's always the problem. Like he's always the problem. He's never the solution. He's the problem. That dude always has some problems with someone. Either he's doing some dumb, like he's either doing some dumbish, like he's doing some dumb shit. Like I don't see the point of him really doing anything. Like to a point, he's really kind of a good, like he's a good guy, but to a point, he really doesn't know what he wants to do in a realization. Because it's like, well, what do we really do with him? What do we really kind of grab with him? Because it's NXT. I mean, it's AEW. Because it's like his flock of cronies. At least like on the other side of the other side of the spectrum, like the Undisputed Era basically has titles and like they actually got a goal to take over NXT and they stop whoever's in the way. The Inner Circle's not doing nothing. Like they're basically beating up people just to beat them up. Like that's how I feel about like, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like AEW was really good today, and that's the one problem I have with AEW. Like they're not focusing on the other characters that are like the other people that are in the brand. Like the Inner Circle is always the worst thing. The first thing that Jim Ross, that Pentagon talks about, that Tony Schiavone talks about. Like they're the first people they talk about before they talk about anybody else. They don't even talk about Orange Cassidy. They never talk about like Kenny or like the Bullet Club or anybody from Bullet like being like really being elite. And that's the thing too. It's like they don't talk about him. And the funny thing is, like they want to talk about Moxley, they want to talk about Pac, but the Inner Circle is so frequently like they're so hot and they're so frequent. They don't talk about it. Like I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like that's how I really feel because to a point they're not doing anything with him. They don't do anything because to the point it's like really it's basically like why are we like that's the thing and I kind of feel like you know what NXT kind of took this one. I say that because you know what AEW is good but there's a problem. I'm gonna explain why. Because the way the storytelling is going in NXT, where they're having these caliber matches where they don't have to have a title, and everybody's kind of in their spot right now. Everybody's feuding with somebody. Like the feuds are still going, they're still hot, they're not kind of stale, they're going in. Like that's the thing. And when you have something like that, like when you got William Regal kind of changing things and making it like an announcement in the mid, like the near the end of NXT, that blows everything. Like that blows it out the water. And that's what I mean. Like here's my thing. Like AEW is good. And I'm explaining. I apologize if this is like a little bit long, but I'm just gonna explain this because I'm not trying to ramble and talk just about NXT because I'm kind of giving you guys my synopsis of what I feel about it like all week. I just feel like they're kind of building what they can build with them because everybody's just trying to build each other out, fill each other out. But here's my thing: the inner circle, like his group, like even when Cody said he feels like the inner circle is keeping him grounded. But I feel like the inner circle was only created because they didn't want Cody to take over. And no matter like I always see MJF and MJF is always he's doing a lot of things with them. And MJF, I think he's not gonna really turn his back on Cody. I think MJF is gonna play his part. I think he's gonna just play his part until Jericho's beat because Jericho, and this is my thing with Chris. I always have a problem with because he gets overconfident. He gets overconfident. He gets too cocky. He gets arrogant, and that's the thing. And that's the thing. He's not. He keeps calling himself the Le Champion, which means the champion in French. But why do you do that? Your group of cronies are basically making you feel like you're a badass. And the funny thing was, he didn't even like he laughed and then he smoked a cigarette. No, he smoked a cigar while while Gold Dust's arm was broke. Like while the dude broke his arm and he was screaming out in pain because his arm got broken. Like really, dude, that's a messed up thing to do. And I like how Tony Schiavone actually gave him good solid advice. And you know what? I'm gonna say this like there was a lot of good matches. The best friends at the Rick and Morty thing. which was really kind of cool, and I like that. Everybody was getting into the the Halloween spirit. Kenny was dressed up as Sans from Undertale. That's kind of cool. I dig that. I dig that idea. That's pretty cool. I really wanted to see if Cody was gonna dress up. I really thought it would be Virgil because he has like that Virgil. He does have like the white hair thing going, and like that's the thing I like about Cody. Like he's changed so much, and like his evolution has changed. And like that's what I'm thinking because like here's what I'm thinking, right? And this is just I'm kind of giving you guys my thing here before I end this video. Here's what I think. NXT tonight is everything that NXT happened. Everything is happening for a reason. Because like I said in my predictions, everything is happening. Everything is building, and things. There's the start of something that's gonna happen. The paradigm shifts are happening in NXT. There's a balance of power shifting every night. Because Rhea's gonna go after Shayna, and they're gonna do something. Like we're getting the first ever women's War Games match, which to a point we're getting a bunch of people, which means we might be getting a fatal 7-way for the women's championship. Because I think it might happen. I think William Regal is actually gonna put that together. He's gonna put that together. He's gonna make Shayna face everybody in that ring at a fatal 7-way. That's never been done before in NXT history. Because they got so much animosity, they might as well let him do it. He might as well let them do it, no holds bar, in the in the War Games. I want that to happen. I want it to be done. I want it to be created because I would want to see an elimination chamber more because I want to see that happen in NXT. I wonder if William Regal's ever thought about it. Like I said, AEW was good, but I'm saying like this. Like I said, right now it's like if anybody like I'm gonna tell you guys like there's a lot of things that I don't usually say this, but right now like I said, AEW I like it. I like NXT. I enjoy NXT a little bit more, but my solid reviews they're both S shows tonight. They were really good shows. A lot of storylines are crossing, and a lot are it's not being it's a lot of them are expanding. There's that, and there is a paradigm shift in NXT. If you don't know what I'm talking, if you guys don't understand what I'm talking about, please watch it. Just watch. Like if you already watched it on TV, watch it again on the WWE. Just rewatch it to see what I'm talking about. Because a lot of stuff is happening that I didn't think was gonna happen. And like I said, I'm making this one prediction. There will be a Fatal 7-way at NXT Takeover War Games. But anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.